Hey Joe, it's Folks here. In today's video, we are talking about the world's best print-on-demand company, because wouldn't it be awesome if there was just a list of the best companies as well as the best products to sell? Unfortunately, something like that does not actually exist. This here is the best and the closest thing I have seen to that. We have 577 results for print-on-demand within the Shopify App Store. And to find the best ones in these 577, it might take a lot of trial and error. Now, I started print on demand in 2016. I have sold lots of different print on demand products from many different suppliers. I have reviewed hundreds of samples as well to check on their quality. And in today's video, I want to share with you the ones that I think are the best and the ones that I have used the most. If you are just getting started, I do have a free print on demand course. It's called POD for Dummies. Inside, there are over 30 videos showing you how to build your store and get started with social media marketing. It is completely free, like I said, and there is a link down in the description. And if you want to just skip through the video, there are some timestamps on the screen for the suppliers that we are going to talk about. The first one is called Shineon. Now, Shineon has a bunch of really unique products made by them in the United States. The next supplier we're going to talk about is called TaLaunch. Again, they have a lot of unique products fulfilled in the USA. Thirdly, we're going to talk about a print-on-demand supplier called Subliminator. They specialize in a bunch of different unique apparel items. And lastly, we're going to touch on Printify, who connects us to print-on-demand suppliers all over the world. And when we talk about the suppliers today, here are the criteria that we are going to be using to judge them. We'll be talking about the product range, essentially what they offer. We'll be talking about the product pricing, basically how much the products cost us as sellers when we are actually using these companies. We'll be talking about shipping. We'll be talking about location of the supplier, essentially where they are actually shipping the items from. We'll be talking about the support that we can get as sellers as well, and also the community or trainings that are available from the suppliers. Now, our first supplier is Shineon. This is my recommended company for print-on-demand sellers. They have a bunch of really cool items. Essentially, they've got all of your basics, right? Tons of different apparel, different t-shirts and hoodies and things like that, plus lots of really unique items. In terms of blankets, they have many different options, especially the woven blanket, which is an item that I've featured here on the channel before. They've also got an extensive line of different types of jewelry, everything from necklaces, watches, and bracelets. They have different types of jewelry as well, some of them where it is more of a message card design, where your design goes on the back of the message card. These are available in lots of different types of jewelry as well, everything from cross necklaces to different shapes to various stones as well. They also have a lot of different accessories such as tote bags, various leather products such as journals and wallets, and even tons of different wall art. These wall tapestries here are something I've featured here on the channel before. All of it is extremely high quality and produced here in the USA. When it comes to the criteria, Shineon definitely has a huge variety of items, many of which are only found on Shineon. Various things such as some of their wall art, also some of their apparel, and most of their jewelry is only found on Shineon. In terms of their pricing, it is extremely competitive. They also offer some subscription tiers where you can unlock some product-based discounts. I also think they have some of the best mock-ups available across really any print-on-demand supplier. They also have reasonable shipping costs, basically what you would expect. They also do have some express upgrades available on their shipping, so that is always good. All of their products ship from the USA as well. Now, what's cool about Shineon is they actually produce much of their own products. All of their jewelry, for example, are made by Shineon in their own factory. Basically, they have their own employees that are assembling these items for us, which is always a plus, because when it comes to quality control, that is a great way for them to be on top of it. In terms of seller support, they do have an amazing live chat feature right inside of their app, so that way you can reach someone if you have a problem. And they also have a thriving Facebook group. They do live streams there. They have almost 50,000 members inside of it at the time of me making this video. And they also offer many different training resources inside of their group, as well as inside of their actual Shopify app. Our next supplier is called TaLaunch. Now, TaLaunch is a print-on-demand company that offers basically a little bit of everything, and they've been around for a long time. I believe on their website it says that they've been around for 9 years, and they've got, like I said, a bunch of different items. Depending on what you're trying to sell, TaLaunch could likely have a good option for you in terms of a product. In terms of some unique items, they have various types of wooden cutting boards like these these here. Definitely a high quality item that could be sold at a premium price point, especially if you are creating an awesome design. They also offer lots of different types of sports balls like these here, where your design actually goes on the ball. What's cool about this is it is actually a real basketball, for example. They also offer various other balls such as baseballs, lacrosse balls, volleyballs, and more. They also are the print-on-demand supplier that I've used to sell metal signs like this here. Definitely a very high-end and high-quality item as well. The metal sign product is made from 18-gauge steel. It does come in 6 different sizes and 5 different colors, and like I said, it is a high-end option depending on what you are doing with your store. And as I mentioned, TaLaunch does have a lot of unique items. They've been around for about 9 years, which means that they are definitely someone that is got their stuff together for the most part. In terms of pricing, they have some pretty decent prices, to be honest. It is competitive across other suppliers, and I think the biggest thing that I would kind of hit them for is their mock-ups. For some products, they are really great. For some, not so much. I would say depending on what you want to sell, TaLaunch does have hundreds of items. I would say to look at the mock-ups and assess them for yourself. In terms of shipping, they do not offer upgrades, but the actual cost that we are paying, I have found to be reasonable. TaLaunch also is a little bit different from Shineon. Yes, all of the products ship from the USA, but they do not produce their own product. TaLaunch is not actually a producer. What they are doing is they are connecting us to the producers of the products. Basically, through the TaLaunch app, they are connecting us as a seller to the company that is producing the product. For example, if we are selling the metal signs here, we are using the TaLaunch app to sell these, but there is a different company that is actually fulfilling them. That is something that is kind of similar across many different print-on-demand suppliers. You can see up here it says extended network. Essentially, someone else is producing this and we are selling it through the TaLaunch app. If this is the first time you're hearing something like that, it is nothing to be worried about. In terms of functionality, they do not have a live chat. They do, however, have a support email that is very responsive. I have used it before and they will get back to you pretty much in the same business day. They also do have a Facebook group. It is not super active, but it does exist. You can join it, and they don't, to my knowledge, have really any training resources. They do, however, have a blog, which they do keep updated. You can see some of their recent posts here. These on here are just a couple of months or a couple of weeks since I am filming this video that they have been posted. So they do have a blog that they update, but in terms of like training videos, they don't necessarily have like a training library or anything like that. All right, folks, next up we have a print-on-demand company called Subliminator. Now, they are a print-on-demand company that specializes in pretty much all over print apparel. Okay, if you don't know what all over print apparel is, it is basically apparel like this here, where your design is printed all over the entire product. For example, if you're selling a hoodie like this, your design is printed all over the hoodie instead of just on the chest here. You can quite literally create whatever it is that you want on something like this. They do the same thing for lots of other apparel as well. In terms of some products that I would spotlight would be this hooded blanket here. It comes with a couple of different linings on the inside, whether you want a Sherpa or a fleece option, they have it. Another product they have is called a snug hoodie. This is a product that I've reviewed here on the channel a few times. It could be a very unique option for your niche, depending obviously on the niche that you are selling to. Some of their most unique items though are their jerseys. They have everything from baseball jerseys to soccer jerseys to ice hockey jerseys, also football and basketball as well here inside of the Subliminator print-on-demand company. These are products that I have reviewed here on the channel as well, and they definitely could be a good option for you depending on your niche. As I said, Subliminator does have a massive selection of AOP apparel. If you are looking to sell apparel and you want to do all over print, whether it's all over print hoodies or leggings or other types of tops and other types of bottoms, Subliminator has some unique stuff and they are definitely worth checking out. In terms of pricing, it is definitely competitive. I think they have top tier mock-ups as well. In terms of all over print stuff, you really can't find better mock-ups than what Subliminator has, and they also have a pretty large free design catalog which you can use to get started with. You can publish free designs directly to your store. What's also cool is all of their shipping prices are included in the price. You do not pay extra for shipping with Subliminator. They do, however, have upgrades available. You can get a FedEx Express upgrade through many of their products. That is because they actually ship from China. Subliminator is a company that is based in the Netherlands and they have their own factory in China. That's where they produce everything themselves. That's where they make everything. That's where they print your products. And if you want to upgrade to Express, you can. They also have a live chat feature feature, and a Facebook group with some tutorial videos available. Now, our next supplier is probably one that you have heard of before. It is Printify. Printify has a lot of your traditional items, tons of different types of apparel and home decor. They also have gotten into some more unique options as of late. Recently, they started offering coffee through their app. You can brand your own coffee packaging and become a coffee retailer on your own print-on-demand store, which is pretty neat. As I mentioned, they do have a pretty massive collection of products. I believe they have over 1,000 inside of their catalog. In terms of pricing, it is definitely competitive. They do have a paid subscription option where you can get a discount on their prices. In terms of mock-ups, they are definitely hit or miss. Some of the mock-ups are great, and then some of them, they kind of look fake. If you haven't really uploaded a lot of designs before, sometimes when you upload a design to a mock-up, it looks fake. You can tell it's not the actual product, and there are definitely a lot of products inside of the Printify catalog that kind of have that look. In terms of shipping, there also are some of them that are quite expensive. Sometimes when you're looking at the shipping costs, you're kind of wondering how you're actually going to sell this and be profitable if you are paying that much in shipping. Not every product, obviously, but there are definitely some where that is the feeling that you kind of get when you look at the shipping cost. In terms of locations, they ship from many different locations, basically all over the world, because Printify does not produce any of their own products. Just like TaLaunch, they connect you to a supplier of the product. Okay, so depending on where you're looking to sell, they likely have a supplier that you can use. They do have a live chat feature. I believe it is an AI bot. I was playing around with it to confirm before this video here. It is definitely helpful because it connects you to help resources, but getting a live agent does not seem to be that easy. And they also have a Facebook group that you can join where you can learn more about the things that they are offering. And there you have it, folks. I know that earlier I said there are over 500 print-on-demand suppliers that you can use. What I wanted to do in this video was show you the 4 that I have used the most. We talked about Shineon, we talked about TaLaunch, Subliminator, and Printify. Let me know down in the comments below if any of these suppliers are ones that you have not seen before, or if they are ones that you are currently using. I'd love to hear from you which suppliers you are using as well, if there's one that I did not mention in the video today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.